or Kiss, there wouldn't be no such thing as rock and roll music. I know a lot of people who are obsessed with Kiss. I'm not going to mention any names here on air. But I think that the one person who it took years to establish himself in country music is very deserving of calling himself a legend. Back in the 50s, that's what you had to do. Nowadays, it seems like, Hollywood will look at you. If you have a look, if you have, a certain way about you, you're given everything within the first 2 or 3 years of your run. Which is something that I really don't agree with. I think that you should probably have to wait 10, 15 years to accumulate a fantastic resume. Resumes are being given to people who sometimes aren't deserving of them, take them for granted, and they have these resumes within the first 2 or 3 years of their career. Victoria Justice is someone who I think is just doing things on the internet now for the sake of doing them because she's bored. At 19 years of age, she's just had an autobiography release. She was in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, there the other month, I believe it was, promoting the release of that autobiography. It's a great read. Pick it up. Very overwhelmed about the release of her first autobiography and very first book, which is great. We had Miley Cyrus releasing Miles to Go, her first autobiography several years ago. It sold millions of copies worldwide. She just had a movie released on Blu-ray and DVD and theatrically called LOL with Demi Moore. I mean, opportunities are just being handed to celebrities at so young. It's unbelievable, and I don't know if I agree with it or I don't. I mean, if you got the talent, sure, go all out with it, but, don't overkill it, so that within the first 5 or 6 years of your career, you reach a point of realization where I've done everything, and at 25 years of age, I'm going to get out of this industry because there's nothing else for me to do. The thing about the music industry is it will follow you everywhere you go, and people will remember you for, what you were established for 15 years ago when you were huge. Something that the music industry and professional sports are going to follow you for your entire life. It's like a mafia, which is the way it was described to me several years ago when I made the decision to become involved with it heavily. Once you're in, you can't get out of it. And, I looked at that person when he told me that, and I said, you're ludicrous. If I want to get out of it, I will 5 or 6 years from now. If I make the decision to retire and leave, which is something I didn't do, I've been doing this now 13 years, I'll do it. But I quickly realized that the statement and analogy that he put forth to me is true. Once you're in, entertainment and sports is something you're never going to get away from. It will consistently follow you. But the thing is, you do things so quickly, you reach a point of boredom and exhaustion, and you wonder to yourself, what can I do next to promote myself? Victoria Justice does live chats on the internet. Just yesterday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, she did a live chat via Ustream because I believe she was bored because she's done everything at 19 years of age, which sometimes is completely unnecessary. Taylor Swift's another one who's done so much in her early 20s. It is unbelievable. Just recently purchasing a home, $55 million. That truly is ludicrous and ridiculous. I've described this single, Never Ever Getting Back Together, as uncharacteristic of Taylor Swift, absolutely mind-blowing, and a very different type single for Taylor Swift to release. And initially, when I heard the song for the first time ever, it didn't take me, all that long to realize it was Taylor Swift singing. Probably the first 2 minutes of the song, when she starts talking, I finally picked up on it was her. Because it's a very different single. It's something very uncharacteristic of her to release, and I want to know what you guys think of this song. You can tell me on Facebook at facebook.com/HWEntertainment. You can follow me on Twitter and send me a tweet with your opinion of the song in your tweet at twitter.com/JonathanClarke1, and you can also leave me a comment here on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. I want to congratulate Taylor Swift and her label for releasing both this single via iTunes and an upcoming album and a music video, which the media was heavily profiling. I know Entertainment Tonight and various other media news programs were profiling this. If you haven't seen the music video, I'm going to give you information on how you can see the music video. Information will scroll across your screen here momentarily on how you can see the music video if you haven't seen it. I know people in various countries worldwide haven't had the opportunity to see this music video, so if you can see it via YouTube or our website in your country, definitely take the advantage of the opportunity to see it, because it is a great music video, the collaboration of a very different image from Taylor Swift. You see the graphic on our YouTube video, very different look for Taylor Swift, but she somehow tries to maintain her same look that she's had for years, tied in with a bit of differentiality, and that's always good. But the single is the most different thing and the most impressive thing that Taylor Swift has put together. Her label and herself have created gold. Honestly, it looks like a Taylor Swift music video from, I'm going to say, years ago when she put up music videos like our song and Picture to Burn. But it is different in a lot of ways, and it won't take you long to pick up on how different it is. And one thing that I hope you take from this video you're hearing on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook today is that this video blog is very different from any other review you've heard. We are never ever getting back together. It's somewhat of a in-between review. There are some things I don't agree with in the way that celebrities are made huge, and there are a lot of things I do agree with about this song. And one of the huge things is I do think this single has a profitable future, not only for itself but for the artist behind the single and the label of Taylor Swift. They are going to continue to receive a tremendous amount of publicity. You can follow her on Twitter, which we are doing at twitter.com Taylor Swift. You can also join the conversation on her Facebook, which we have joined at facebook.com Taylor Swift. She's also got an official website with upcoming tour dates, appearances, and more at taylorswift.com. Very simple URL for you to check out everything happening with Taylor Swift. The release of her single, Never Ever Getting Back Together, is coming up in about 2 minutes. I'll come back after I play some commercials for you, and I'll line up that single, so stay tuned to our show. We've got We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, the latest from Taylor Swift, on the way at the break.
When something takes place in the world of professional wrestling, you know where to go. WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com. Covering all the latest breaking news daily. Interactive forums where you can chat with thousands of other wrestling fans. Exclusive editorials and audio features by some of today's top wrestling superstars. Exclusive video content, weekly polls, live play-by-play coverage of every WWE and TNA pay-per-view. And now, featuring WrestleZone Radio, live with news, in-depth discussions, debates, and interviews with wrestling's top stars, past and present. When you think wrestling, think WrestleZone. WrestleZone.com.
He considers himself God's gift to wrestling, and millions of his faithful agree. With nearly 4 hours of footage and exclusive commentary and matches, this DVD chronicles Daniel's rise from Chicago's Windy City Wrestling to the Asylum in Nashville, and finally to the top of TNA. TNA Home Video presents Heaven Sent, Hell Bound, the best of Christopher Daniels. Available at most retailers and TNAWrestling.com.
Hey, you right there, the one listening to this show. While you're tuning into this broadcast or when you read the news on WrestleZone.com, are you forming opinions of it all? Or do you just agree with everything you see and hear? If you actually have some sort of afterthought, which, by the way, is normal, we want to know what it is. There are thousands of wrestling fans just like you that simply can't hold their thoughts in either, and they let it all out in our interactive forums. You have a voice, so use it. Simply visit forums.WrestleZone.com. Don't just be active, be reactive in the official WrestleZone.com forums. For all the latest in mixed martial arts, be sure to visit WrestleZone's sister site, SureDog.com. Complete with daily news, exclusive video, interviews, live radio broadcast, interactive forums, and the very popular Fight Finder with bios and complete match-by-match histories of your favorite fighters. SureDog is the only place you need when it comes to mixed martial arts. Visit SureDog.com today.
Hi, my name's Adam Nudelman, but I play the Phantom on the radio. I'm here to remind you that, screw that, my book, Mysteries of Wrestling Solved, is available at finer bookstores everywhere. That stupid fake voice, I hate it. I wrote a book along with Sir Adam Kleinberg called Mysteries of Wrestling. It has the questions that you wanted answered. Why does Steve Austin hate Jeff Jarrett? Are referees really blind and stupid and dumb? Who is actually the toughest wrestler in the business outside of the ring? Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kamala. We get down and dirty with insider facts you've never read about anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? It makes a great stocking stuffer. You're too short, you buy 3 of them, you get tall, you just stand on them. Mysteries of Wrestling Solved by ECW Press, written by Sir Adam Kleinberg and Adam the Phantom Newdelman. Available everywhere. It's done. The plug is done. I'm done. I didn't sell it well enough. There's naked pictures of China in there. Okay? Thanks.
Available now on DVD. John Triton is on the toughest, most important mission of his life.
You have a hostage. It's my wife.
And with everything on the line,
I gotta do something, and I gotta do it now.
nothing and no one can stop him.
See, I tried to kill this guy twice today.
Now, see the Marine in a whole new way with the unrated version. Get more edge-of-your-seat action, more mind-blowing explosions, more of the Marine. This unrated version features material too hot for theaters. Plus, special behind-the-scenes features. John Cena is the Marine. Only unrated version. Available now on DVD. Rated version also available.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not a real athlete.
I'm just a wrestler.
I'm 6'10", 328 pounds.
I won boxing's Golden Gloves 3 years in a row.
I was a national champion at the University of Miami.
My jersey was retired at Florida State.
I was the ultimate fighting champion.
When you step through those ropes, bad things do happen.
Had over 200 stitches.
I've suffered a dozen concussions.
Broken bones.
I've separated shoulders.
Damn near broke my neck.
Blown out knees.
But I still got up. This is who I am.
This is what I do. I'm not really an athlete.
This isn't real. Try lacing my boots.
Every day I train.